Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Push to Pass podcast. I'm JP Murray. Sponsorship sales is the topic. I've witnessed how organizations can do this the right way. I've done it well. I've also made plenty of mistakes selling them, developing them, buying them. And what I've learned is whether it's in racing, associations, sponsorships can succeed and get fantastic results, and it can be a total waste of cash. So I'm going to riff on some ideas for you today to make it best for you. One, I want to be very intentional about inviting your prospects to be a part of the engagement, to participate with you. I remember a huge sponsor of a golf tournament that I had, and all the execs from the sponsoring company played golf with each other. My gosh, total waste of time. Don't blame me when the program doesn't work and all you did was play golf with each other. The other thing is, if you're buying sponsorships, capture the IP. The images and engagement pictures from that sponsorship are very important, and use them continuously and at scale. This gives the sponsorship legs and extends them after the event. For example, if you sponsor a car in one race, use it for the remainder of the season and promote the relationship. Ensure that that is in your agreement, and most teams will want that to happen. So it's not a big barrier here. The next thing is to evaluate your sponsoring partner and see how they're going to promote you and extend the sponsorship. Let's talk some more about racing. Let's say you're going to buy branding on the car and you're going to get some hospitality. What's the team going to do to promote your sponsorship during the race and after? Does the race series promote you? What's the exposure on broadcast and streaming and social? What's the driver going to be doing for you as well? All of these extensions add value to your sponsorship purchase. Those are just some ideas. Now, I want to talk about how you start to sell the sponsorship. To sell it well, frankly, you need very good inventory and value. And it's equally important to be aligned with the sponsors and what they want. So how do you do that? How do you establish this great inventory? Well, first of all, I love to interview existing sponsors. What do they want to achieve? What do they want to keep the same? What do they want to change in sponsorships? What have they done with other programs that could help you? What are sponsorships that they valued from other groups? What are the characteristics that you could implement and replicate? You use that feedback to develop your inventory, and then you turn those ideas around and sell it right back to them. It's almost like mirroring the prospect. Let me tell you something else about sales. Everyone wants to get new sponsors, and I do too. But I also want to tweak this a little bit. The best sponsorship revenue and the most likely new sponsorship revenue comes from your existing sponsors. So I've learned that tried and true, your best customers are those that are likely to grow with you. So offer them some new ideas each year. Remember, they told you in the interview what they wanted. Make sure that you stay in touch with the ways that their businesses change and the objectives. They may want, and sometimes, to go more on the hospitality route. Others, they may be launching a new product and they need more branding. Think about those things and don't assume that year after year after year that sponsor wants the same stuff. The third thing on sales, get really super familiar with timeframes, decision-making process, and the business rhythm of the potential sponsors. Frankly, if you're talking with them and spending a super amount of energy speaking to the wrong person at the wrong time, it's a waste of time. So get to know that. And frankly, I've got a prospect right now that I don't know if I'm with the right person at the right time or how much money. And I'm just, I got happy years, hopeful that it's going to happen. Fact of the matter is, my experience tells me that it probably won't until I know specifically about those things. So have you noticed a recurring theme here? Ultimately, it is about the prospect and that market. The deal making is about them. Increasingly be aware of their business objectives and less about your pipeline. That's the paradox here. The more we're focused on knowing about them, the more it helps you. Hey friends, I hope this is helpful in establishing a strong program. It takes a little bit of everything. It's going to succeed for you in new revenue, and it's going to succeed for the sponsor because they're going to be successful and they're going to come back and reward you because of that. Best wishes. Hey, if you like the podcast, please share it with a friend. I'd be delighted to have some new listeners, and I'd treat them with a great deal of respect. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.